And welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. Now, did you know that Michael Jordan had a for the love of the game clause in his NBA contracts? The clause allowed him to play basketball whenever and wherever he wanted. So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike Bob Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka Ice by Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So, let's get started with today's episode. We're going to start off with football. Vikings linebacker Cameron Smith retires at 24. That's way too young.
Well, actually, I found out that there was more reasons because of COVID.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he the guy with the heart issue?
Yeah, so he kind of had to cut
Okay.
his career short, so it was really upsetting. So, it kind of sucked, but hate to see it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, that's really sad. Like I said, that's way too young, even for a heart issue. I wish him the best. Jets pass rusher Carl Lawson out for the 2021 season after suffering a torn Achilles. Ravens linebacker LJ Fort suffered a torn ACL. 49ers signed Michael Kendricks. Jaguars to release Tim Tebow, which, I mean, I see a lot of people getting upset about this, but I'm honestly not surprised about it.
I mean, come on, let's be honest, guys. Come on now. Like, what did you guys expect to happen? I'm surprised he even made it this far. I was actually quite impressed, to be honest. But it was just a sad effort, man. If you saw the game, you know how many times he was just getting beat up in there. It's like he asked and basically like begged to be like, please, just let me get beat up by like 200-pound men that could just absolutely rip me in shreds.
Yeah, and those like couple of blocks that he was doing. I mean, that he just wasn't cut out for the tight end position, even though that we've seen a lot of quarterbacks transition over to the tight end position, like Logan Thomas for the football team.
Yeah, I
So,
know. It was funny. I saw a meme of him saying that like breaking news, Tim Tebow to join the Cleveland Cavaliers,
breaking news: Tim Tebow signs with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Seahawks signed safety Jamal Adams to a 4 year, $70 million contract extension, which I don't really know how I feel about that. I have mixed
Um,
opinions on it.
I think it's a complete dub. I think this is really smart. Deal. I mean, I don't even think it was really even a little pricey. Really, I think that he's really good, and I think that if they can work with him, he really could be a very, very, very good star talent.
Yeah, very true. I mean, he's been very solid, I think, for the Seahawks.
Yes.
I followed the Seahawks a little bit last season. Let's see. We got 49ers to release veteran quarterback Josh Rosen. I mean, he kind of sucked, so that doesn't surprise me.
I just say this now. Josh Rosen just didn't get a fair chance throughout his whole career. He could have had something better, but it just never worked out for his way. And, I kind of wonder, what he's going to do after this because really no team seems offered. It's kind of sad. Like he's kind of in like, the treasure chest over there with like, Colin Kaepernick just sitting there. Like, is someone ever going to open up, this magical box and maybe take one of us? But probably would never happen. I feel bad for Josh, but, I guess it's whatever.
And finally, the Panthers have traded offensive tackle Greg Little to the Dolphins in exchange for a 2022 seventh round pick. So, Cam, now you can talk about some baseball.
Yep. And in baseball this week, the Pirates are on severe ties with the outfielder Gregory Polanco. Not even a Pirates fan, but I'm able to realize that Gregory Polanco sucks. He is dog doo doo, and like I don't know, they should have done this a lot sooner, but I guess good for them to catch onto it now because he's just no. You guys need to get someone else. I mean, really, I truly think they should just tear this whole team apart and just restart everything, because they all just are garbage. Omar Navarre, I'm gonna murder this last name. Omar Narvaez ejected after calls a ball a strike. If I can show the clip, here it is.
rung him up.
Yeah, it's getting bad now.
That wasn't close.
No, it's getting bad now. It's been a terrible strike zone.
Big zone all night, and now Narvaez is giving him an earful, and it's tough to. He's gone.
Yeah, well, he got his way. It's just been a bad strike zone tonight. I mean, the Cardinals, the Brewers, both of them. Nobody happy about that zone.
And now Council's gone. Just kind of taking the bats out of the hands here, the last two hitters.
It's pretty ridiculous, which, you're going to see a couple of these. All right. There's been a couple of bad calls this past week that have actually gotten, players ejected. And, I just think it's time for umps to step up. I've already had this conversation like 20,000 times already on this podcast, but it's just really annoying when they're ruining the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of sports refs have just been getting so soft and just making stupid calls recently. I mean, I know that, no one's going to be perfect, but, there's just so much where it's so bad with how soft they are.
Right. Like in the NFL, that one running back for the Colts who celebrated after getting a first down, they actually took like a 15-yard loss for no reason, just for celebrating, which is pretty stupid. Just refs don't like the new age, I guess. Diamondbacks pitcher Cale Smith ejected after the 8th inning after umpires found something on his glove during a sticky substance check.
Smith's glove. Caleb is in danger of failing a foreign substance inspection here. They took the glove. Phil Cuzzy inspected it. Cuzzy is the third base umpire. Called the crew together. Got Tom Hallion over from first, and they're telling Torre Lovella what they found. And there's Caleb Smith, who looks surprised. Any pitcher who possesses or applies foreign substances in violation of the rule will be ejected and automatically suspended 10 games, and you cannot replace that player on the roster. So they would not only lose Caleb Smith, they would lose a roster spot for the next 10 games, and Caleb is hot. They're going to keep the glove, and it looks like he's been thrown out, but we haven't had a definitive word on that yet.
We see this every night, multiple times every night, and most of the time it's just a cursory glance at the glove, a glance at the hat.
And now this is for umpire CSI. The glove goes in a bag. It is tagged to confirm whatever it is they think they found. And once they do that, the ejection is automatic. It's the suspension that hangs in the balance here, and I guess they have to determine what it is they found in the glove. Now there is a corollary in the rule.
He will be suspended for 10 games, and he kind of lost his cool a little bit. If you see the video, he kind of goes like wide eyes, a little bit of crazy eyes going on. But he's starting to crack down. I really want to say that this is actually like truly their first victim of this, and it's going to affect the Diamondbacks for sure because he was doing really good. And so that's kind of a low blow.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really heard too much about the sticky stuff thing since we started this podcast around like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, personally, I think it's because the Players Association is going to meet up after this year, and I think that's when really everything's going to be talked. So the players are trying to be on their best while they can. Because when it gets to that time, they're just going to all lose it all at once and just go insane. So, it's going to be interesting.
Right. I see.
White Sox pitcher Lance Lynn ejected after throwing umpire his belt.
I have no idea. And Lance Lynn's got issues with it. Lance Lynn in the dugout, you see he threw his belt. Yeah. The belt come out of the dugout right there on the rail, and but then the umpire standing right there who was checking the motion.
Now, let me give you a little explanation on this. So it was during the sticky substance check, and Lance Lynn was like put his cap and glove on the railing of the dugout, And the ump said, whoa, come back. We need your belt too. So he kind of just took his belt and tossed it at the ump. And I guess the ump thought that was disrespectful and kind of gave him the, oh, you're out of here sign. And it's funny, Lance Lane said when he was questioned about it, he said, I guess he hurt his feelings.
Now, was it in an aggressive way or was it like...
No, I saw the video. He just tossed it up there. Just tossed it,
That's as bad as Devin Booker tossing the ball to a ref.
I know. Poor ref thinks he's going to get like a blister or something. MLB set to give exclusive trading card license to Fanatics. I don't really know how I feel about this. To be honest, I think it's a major L. Looking at this, I just think Topps has always kind of been, their guys, majorly. And so I just think that, I don't know, it's just kind of crappy, It's like, for example, it's like if NASCAR was to move the number. It's just like its original thing. I don't think it should ever happen. And, sad to see.
I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I'm kind of shocked that they moved to Fanatics, but I have seen a lot of people saying it's an L, so I'm not really sure like what Fanatics cards look like, so I have to probably look that up. But yeah.
Well, they're more known for like football cards, and they're more weird looking. Like Topps, they just do better for baseball, but it's whatever. Dodgers pitcher Walker Bueller ejected after complaining about an umpire missing strikes. Once again, I was talking to you guys about this. Umpires have really been soft lately, and this is one of those cases. And, so I just think, like, once again, they just need to step up the game, and they can't. So I'm hoping that they're going to do something about this. Diego Castillo, pitcher for the Mariners, placed on 10-day IL with right shoulder inflammation. I don't have much of an opinion on this. I'm not really a Mariners fan, so, shame on me for that. But sucks to see him go for a little while, but, he should be back in no time. This is actually pretty cool. Craig Kimbrell makes history with the fastest to 1,000 strikes in MLB history, which is very cool in my mind. I always think it's cool when I can see history in sports because, it's not something that everybody else will actually get to relive in the moment. It's more like they can probably see it in the past.
Yeah, very interesting.
The Reds and Cubs will officially be the next two teams to play at the Field of Dreams next year. Now, I saw a couple of people mad at this, actually. Mind me. And, looking at this, I don't think people understand that they're not really going for the top teams or this and that. They're going for the oldest teams. And they're going to play them at the Field of Dreams. They're looking for the oldest. And, Reds and Cubs are very, very old. The Reds were actually one of the first teams to ever be built, in the baseball. So, MLB, Major League Baseball. And, so my opinion on this game, I don't really know. I'm going to make a prediction of who I think is going to win. And honestly, I do think the Reds, and that's not even trying to showboat or anything like that. Me biased. I just personally think that right now the Cubs, they kind of traded all their players away. They'll be facing the AAA team. And, I really don't think the Cubs will be able to pull it away. So, yeah, I think the Reds are going to win it. Right, you, Mike?
Well, it's too early to tell, in my opinion. I mean, I guess if they were playing right now, it'd be the Reds.
Mm-hmm. All right. I do. Well, yeah, because they just got some new guys. That's the only reason why I say that is I just feel like their guys haven't been fully developed yet. And around the time, it's not like they have September call-ups yet. So, that's the only reason why I say that. The Red Sox pick up Brewers infielder Travis Shaw. I think this is a really good idea on the Red Sox part. I like Travis Shaw. I actually thought he was a really good guy. He's very nice. Kind of reminds me of Freddie Freeman. You don't really see this dude getting too much stuff. And he's a good player. Blue Jays, George Springer, day-to-day with ankle sprain. George Springer I don't really like because he was kind of a major part of the whole cheating, scandal with the Astros. So you guys kind of already know how my opinion on that is. So really, I don't really care. I think it's deserving.
Ouch.
Padres. Oh, you go. My bad.
Ouch that you just said that was deserving. That's kind of cruel, but okay.
Well, yeah, but you also got to think they also stole a whole World Series championship from another team or teams. So
I know you're right. You're right.
they gotta-
I'm just saying the way you
Yeah.
said that was just kind of like just wow.
Yeah. Padres close to signing Jake Arrieta, which actually already happened. I should have fixed that. That's my bad. Padres and Dodgers are also on like the same level of just desperate. They're desperate for pitchers, and Arrieta is okay, but he's not the best. I really don't think anyone's gonna really care wherever he goes. So that's kind of meh. Once again, it's just the Cubs don't go more players, so that's that. The Dodgers are near an agreement to get Braves pitcher Shane Green. This once again, the Dodgers desperate. They need someone bad, which I mean, why? It's because the Cole Hamels guy actually got injured already, and so they need someone else. And it's just kind of stupid because it's kind of like, well, I don't really feel bad for them because they're just being desperate and wasting money. Why can't the MLB have a like a rule of how much money you can spend? I don't understand.
Yeah, the salary cap like they do in the
Yes.
NFL and the NBA. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I agree with you because they're gonna have to pay Trey Turner coming up, Max Scherzer. I don't know. Some people are saying that there could be a Scherzer reunion, so I'd be very excited for that.
No trade reunion.
I didn't hear what you just said. I'm sorry.
I said no trade reunion.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I guess I understand why the Dodgers have to do it. I mean, as the season's winding down, and you can't lose a guy like that. So just get this guy and maybe just put him back in free agency once the time comes. So now moving on to the NBA. Patrick Beverley has been traded twice in one offseason. First, he got traded to Memphis with Rajon Rondo and Oturu. I'm not sure who that is, for Eric Bledsoe, excuse me. And just recently, he got traded to the Timberwolves for Jarrett Culver and Juan Hernan Gomez, which Patrick Beverley is kind of a dirty player. I mean, we all know this. I'm sure he can help the Timberwolves in some way. He's got clamps.
I will say that I think that Patrick Beverley going to the Timberwolves is actually somewhat of a decent trade. I mean, I think he'd somewhat be a decent fit for them. I also want to point out that Hernan Gomez guy. Why would you take Gomez, that last name, and Hernandez, that last name, and then mix them together? Just kind of out of place. But I guess God just gave him that name to troll people.
True. Joel Embiid re-signs to the 76ers for a 4-year, $160 million Superman contract extension, or Supermax actually. I just realized that it said Superman on my little thing here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call autocorrect. So
Yes. Which this is obviously a great move for the Sixers. I mean, Embiid has been probably their best player over the last few years, so good for them.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same. I think getting Embiid back was very important because as he is their star player, I've had this argument with Matt before, but I 100% think that Embiid is definitely the main reason why they get most of the points. And Matt disagrees with me for some reason. I don't know why.
The only other guy that I could really think of that gets him a lot of points is like Tobias Harris.
And Tobias Harris is gone, so he's about to be gone.
He's not gone yet. I don't know. He could stay this season. We'll see.
They're still looking to throw him away, which I'm sure that's going to throw Tobias Harris off. At one point, he's going to be leaving because he's petty. In my mind, that's in my mind.
True. Marcus Smart has agreed to a 4-year, $77 million contract with the Celtics. That's a decent move for them, I'd say. He's a pretty good guard. He's got good defense from what I hear as well. And now that they don't have Walker, he can move up to the starting role.
Marcus Smart, I actually really do like, and I think he is kind of underrated in my mind. just a little bit. I think he is really a solid player, and I kind of thought that he was going to get the starting spot before Walker went to the Celtics, and that kind of just flipped around. So
Yeah.
it's good to see him get that starting position. Hopefully, I hope he doesn't get screwed out of it again. That would really suck.
Josh Hart re-signs with the Pelicans for a $38 million 3-year deal, which I don't really have an opinion on this, so I'm not really gonna comment about that.
Same. Same. I mean, just news. Not really anything important in my mind.
I mean, it's the freaking Pelicans, so who cares about the Pelicans? I'm sorry. If there's any Pelicans fans watching, no one cares about your team. So now with the NBA season coming back in a couple months, we got the opening night and Christmas Day matches coming up. First off, for the opening night, Warriors and Lakers, this should be a pretty solid matchup. With hopefully both teams will be healthy. I'll probably be watching that matchup.
100%.
Okay. So now with the Christmas Day games, we got Nets versus Lakers. This should be a very interesting matchup. Probably could have been the finals matchup if both teams were healthy, but I don't know.
Man, they're showing a lot of love to the Lakers, aren't they?
Of course, it's LeBron James, and now that they have Russell Westbrook there, and also Anthony Davis has been there for a while, so that doesn't surprise me. We got the Suns and the Warriors. This should be a pretty interesting game. Like I said, if both teams can stay healthy. I know the Suns can, but the Warriors, I don't know. Curry's gotten hurt a lot, and we also had Klay Thompson recently missed the season. Hawks and the Knicks. This is going to be a rematch from the playoffs, and that was a pretty solid series. So hopefully this is a good game. We also got the Mavericks and the Jazz. This is kind of an odd one, I'd say, but it should be interesting.
I don't know about that, but I think it'll be okay.
And finally, the Bucks and the Celtics, which Bucks I get. I mean, they won the championship, but the Celtics, really? Okay. I mean,
if you guys don't know, Mike hates the Celtics.
Yes, I hate the Celtics. That is true.
I like the Celtics, though. I don't mind them. They're all right. They're just, they're
no, I just don't. Listen, I'm trying not to be biased. I just don't understand why the Celtics are there. Because of Tatum?
I mean, yeah, probably. Probably because they still kind of had an impact. And
I mean, you could have given it to the Clippers. They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, Eric Bledsoe going against one of his old teams, the Bucks.
Yeah. All these teams are playoff contenders for the next year, or they have some notoriety, and then there's the Celtics. So yeah, screw the Celtics. Never mind. Charlotte re-signs Terry Rozier to a 4-year, $97 million contract, which this is a big move for them. He's going to continue to pair well with LaMelo Ball, and that was a great move for Charlotte to give him that bag.
And possibly LiAngelo too. So that'd be interesting.
LiAngelo's balling recently. I mean, we had him in our top 10 plays.
Yeah. All right. I hate to be that one guy, but LiAngelo ball wing. No.
Okay. Speaking of the Celtics, we got Robert Williams re-signing with the Celtics to a 4-year, $54 million contract, which it's a solid move, I guess. I mean, he was a pretty solid center for them. I mean, they kind of needed a big man, so okay, interesting move.
I guess, it's all right. A little expensive though.
And the Boston Celtics will retire Kevin Garnett's number 5 in March, which Kevin Garnett, he's one of the most iconic players in the 2000s, 2010. So that's cool to see.
Is it he kind of reminds me of have you ever seen the is his name Frozone?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
He looks like Frozone to me.
He kind of does. Bradley Beal's overall is a 98 in 2K22. Now, this is a stupid rating for sure,
89.
but 89. 89, my bad. Now, this is a stupid rating for sure, but the big story about it was his wife and the promoter of the game, Ronnie 2K, going at it on Twitter. So Bradley was just like, huh, why is that? Because Bradley Beal, everybody knows this. Bradley Beal was balling out last year. He was having a great year, all-star caliber year. He was leading the scoring title. He easily deserved like a 90. And
personally, I think 92 or 93.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like rating in the 90s.
Right.
Is more what I was trying to say, but of course I can't talk, so yeah. And then his wife is freaking cool. Like, she's always like showing the BS in the league with Bradley, like sleeping on Bradley. And he's like, this is a joke, and like, why is your rating system such a joke, and blah blah blah. And Ronnie 2K was like, oh boy, we have the wife upset now. Fun. And his wife, Kamaya Beal, was just all like, yeah, your game's a joke and blah, 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 which she's right. 2K's been trash for a while. The game has been a joke and all this type of stuff. It's a way, in my opinion, 2K is just a waste of money.
Yeah. And one thing that bothers me about Ronnie 2K is he always tries to make up that excuse of, well, I'm not the one who created the game. I'm just the guy that's there to support it and help show off its features and all this. And I go, yeah, but at the same time, you're also a part of the team, and you're a big part because everybody knows 2K. They think of Ronnie, so it's kind of your job, kind of. So, I mean, really, no, you can't leave this. You're an idiot, and you cringe me out multiple times, and you look like a fish. So, yeah, it looks like Finding Dory, bro.
True. I mean, Ronnie's caused a lot of problems within the 2K community, from what I've heard. And it's, part of the reason why I don't really want to play 2K too much. And, I used to play the 2K games, but this isn't about me playing the 2K games. This is Bradley Beal's wife flaming Ronnie 2K. So he tweeted on yesterday when we're recording this. Today is Sunday, and he tweeted this on Saturday. I hope everyone has a good weekend except Bradley Beal's wife, which, first off, she's living rent-free in your head. I mean, do you have anything better to do than, think about Bradley Beal's wife? And then Bradley Beal's wife was, she was just like, dogs bark, fish swim. I can't remember the whole tweet. And clowns do clown crap. And Ronnie 2K is a clown or something like that. She just basically shut him down. I'll probably put the tweet on the screen because I don't remember all the tweets. But yeah, W for Kamaya Adams for doing that, or Kamaya Beal for just not standing her ground against this stupid crap guy who makes me not want to play 2K.
Right. In NHL news, we have the city of Glendale has chosen to not renew operating agreement with Arizona Coyotes beyond the 21-22 season. I kind of watch the NHL. I'm not the biggest guy into it, but I do watch it when I can, at times, because it is interesting to me. And I really kind of wonder where Arizona is going to go. Because they're not going to be Arizona no more. I've heard a lot of people in talks of saying maybe they should go to Toronto. But really, I don't think that's needed. Really, I really don't want that. I just don't really know where they could go. New Mexico. I don't know, the New Mexico Coyotes. I mean, I could kind of see that a little bit.
I mean, yeah, they can keep the desert theme, I guess. I don't really know where they could go. Like, maybe a little bit more to the East Coast, maybe, and they could go back to Connecticut and give Connecticut another hockey team, or they could go back to Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just weird, but I know Arizona fans are upset, of course. And the Rangers goalie, I'm going to ruin this guy's name, Henrik Lundqvist, retires after 15 seasons. He's an old looking man. Like, no hate to him, but like, he's definitely old. So, it's good to see him live a, long career in something that he loves. And sad to see him go.
Yeah, that is very shocking, but it's understandable. I wish him the best in life. So now let's get into the top 10 plays of the week.
And coming in top 10, the Little League pitcher throws strikeouts both right and left-handed. He actually has a special glove. It's pretty cool. Here's the clip.
Now, the great part about Tyler Shindo is he has a 6-fingered glove, and he can pitch both left-handed and right-handed. Oh. Named after Kirk Gibson. He got jammed on that one, popped it up. Look out, diving play at third is made by Cade Nakama. Flashing some leather today, both these teams. It's the beauty of the Little League. 1-1, that is smoked. What a play at third base. Oh my gosh, Cade Nakama stuck a glove down.
And at number 9 is Shohei Ohtani moon rocketing a home run 40. Here's the clip. Most in Angels history, might I add.
Oh, Ohtani got it! He got it! Number 40! A franchise record for left-handed hitters. 3-1 Halos.
Oh, Uncle! Shohei Ohtani, number 40.
At number 8, Patriots running back J.J. Taylor with a mean spin move to break the defender's ankles. Here's the clip.
Making the most of this series that Belichick's given him. He's 5 for 5. And now the other guy who's been the star gets him down to the 2.
And at number 7 is Justin Fields basically dies. Here's the clip.
Pressure on Fields. Oh, the helmet came off. That's going to be a flag as well. And that ball is loose.
And number 6, Reds outfielder Shogo Akiyama with a slide diving catch to get the out.
The batter is Lewis Brinson. Fly ball. Shogo Akiyama came into the game on a double switch. And Shogo makes another sliding catch. The ball will find you. And the Reds say thank you very much.
In at number 5 is Joey Votto's 2000 hit. Here's the clip.
2,000 hits for Joey Votto.
And at number 4, Craig Kimbrell's 1,000th strike. Here's the clip.
The 3-2. Swing and miss. Oh, 3-2 anxiety, and Chapman chased. 2 down.
That was waiting for him on the 2-2, equally as effective on the 3-2, and he got him.
Well, that was
about 3 feet outside.
We talk about lane changers. This is from the right lane all the way to the far left one.
And at number 3 is Texas Rangers outfielder DJ Peters with a double play, catching the fly ball and nearly crashing into the wall, and then throws a long ball to first. Here's the clip.
So with nobody out, Rafael Devers will step in. He swings at the first pitch and hits a high fly ball into deep center field. Peters is back, jumps, and he makes the catch. And now there might be a play here at first base. Kike Hernandez came way around first, and he is out for the double play. What a job by Peters in center field. Bad base running from Kike Hernandez. An excellent execution by the Rangers on that throw from center field. Now, Kike doesn't want to leave, but it did appear that he was out. Wow.
And number 2, Titans safety, scoop and score off the 88 Hudson. Number 88 Hudson, my bad.
2nd and 2 after the penalty. Tyler Johnson is in the game. Vaughn's the running back. Garden also at receiver. Down the middle, wide open. It's Tanner Hudson. Ball comes out. No, and the Titans have it on a bouncing takeaway. Boyan Body Calhoun taking it the other way for a Titan touchdown.
And in at number 1 is Miguel Cabrera hitting his 500th home run. Here's the clip.
The 1-1. Deep fly ball. Right center field. That's got carry. It's gone! Number 500 and history for Miguel Cabrera.
that will conclude this week's episode of Nasboys Sports. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow our Instagrams, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.